Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I always like saying this because it just makes me feel good. I always tell people they didn't just elect a Palestinian in my district. They elected a Fallaha and sent her to Congress. I'm so honored and thank you. I'm so honored and incredibly honored to be here. When I got the email to do an award, I said, well, who is it? When they told me Dr. Debbie Al-Muntasser, I said, absolutely. So I'm just truly honored to be here with my friend. Thank you to the Muslim Public Affairs Council. MPAC has been an incredible advocate nationally, but now even being here just a short 6 months, your presence here is incredibly important, and I hope many of your supporters here understand when you do come and speak to my colleagues, you give so much of what I'm already saying credibility every single day. So thank you so much for your advocacy. I really, really appreciate it. You know, humanizing Muslims in our experience is a bit of a challenge because no matter, even with our social media, no matter how much we're all talking to each other and talking about the horrific stories of the Muslim ban, horrific stories of just separation of families, but also the horrific stories of hate crimes and violence and bullying of our children in our school system, it's just not enough sometimes of all the work that we're trying to do. And so that's why locally, when we have organizers and people on the ground that are connecting people directly, the human contact all over the nation, those are the people that we need to continue to uplift every single day. So again, very, very helpful. So tonight I have an amazing honor introducing my girl, my chica, my sister, Dr. Debbie Al-Muntasser. Her voice has been critical in ensuring American Muslims are part of civic and political process. Debbie's organizing efforts to protest the Muslim ban gained national attention and helped unify diverse communities in the midst of political contention. Previously, her efforts to bring awareness to the struggles of Muslim educators led to the nationwide support network of American Muslim principals who faced discrimination and harassment, and led her to author and publish her book, Leading While Muslim. Dr. Muntasser's work is essential in our fight for justice. Her work of bringing communities together is one that is not held up enough. We cannot combat hate without speaking up, and for communities that we are a part of. When we show up for others, I always say this, they show up for us, we show up for justice. Dr. Al-Muntasser is the CEO of Bridging Cultures Group, which specializes in academic support, cultural proficiency, and diverse training. She's also the founding and former principal of Khalid Gibran Academy, the first ever English-Arabic public school in the country. She has received numerous awards. I've been following her career for a long time. For her peace-building efforts among diverse communities in New York City, including the Shirley Chisholm Women of Distinction Award, woohoo, the Advocacy for Justice and Tolerance in Education Award, and was named Muslim Leader of Tomorrow by the American Society for Muslim Advancement. Dr. Muntasser's work is driven by values of her faith to work towards overcoming differences and building bridges between communities. She always famously says this, I see it all the time, when they build walls, we build bridges. Well, Habibti, anytime you need me to knock down a wall, just let me know. I like knocking down walls, Debbie. So I always say this, any civil rights movement, from Malcolm X to Dr. King and to others, even to our amazing, incredible first African-American Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, we all had different styles and approaches, but we all needed each other. So anytime you need me to knock down a wall, girl, I'm there. One of the things of being here also is sometimes we get targeted. And I know before I even came here as a state representative and now here on the national stage as a member of Congress, we get targeted by folks that, use terminologies like, well, that's radical or so forth. We talk about this as courageous and it's bold. I mean, we try to take back the narrative and talk about our work in that way. And one of the things that Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm taught me and what I've been learning about her more and more is, not only was she constantly targeted and put in kind of a box of, she's the first African-American woman. Many of us don't want to be first of anything. I mean, we really are truly trying to give back to the community that raised us, that community that we're raising our children in and bringing up our family in. But one of the things that she used to talk about before hashtags were around is like unbossed. It's almost like unbought. But she ran on, I want free lunches for kids in schools. And she talked about that, and people were like, that's great. And she said, no, our babies can't learn if they're hungry. We have to do free lunches in schools. And today we have free lunches in schools because somebody like her stood up and said that's the right thing to do, and that's something that I think should inspire all of us across the communities in this nation, especially the Muslims in this room.